Hey guys, Magaz here, connecting you to Airsoft. Today on the Pants Party, we are taking a look at a low-cost option when it comes to a set of G3 combat trousers and a UBACS shirt. TLDR, for those just wanting the down and dirty on these, they are the worst I've bought. Terrible stitching, quality of fabric, and weird sizing. For those wanting a more in-depth look into these, continue watching. If you're leaving at this point because you have the info you need, hit that like button. Maybe say something interesting in the comments. As for those of you who want to know more info, let's take a look at the Tactical Tom G3 trousers. Tactical Tom is a brand that you can find on AliExpress. It is a less expensive alternative to other brands such as Emerson and TMC. Low-cost alternatives are fine for an airsofter on a budget. However, when the production quality drops below a certain level, it may be false economy. With this particular brand, I believe that to be the case. Coming in at around £47, you are going to receive a set of G3 clone trousers, in this case in Chinese type 07 woodland camouflage, a digital derivative of the classic DPM pattern, and a matching UBACS shirt. Let's take a closer look at the craftsmanship that has gone into these less than Gucci level pantaloons. Constructed from a polycotton fabric with 4 waist stretch panels in all the usual places, the fabric feels lightweight, mid to low quality, and has a strange sheen to it. The fabric is that thin that while I was writing the script to this video, I held it up in front of my face and I could physically read the script from my PC monitor on Google Documents through the fabric. When you pull the trousers on, they feel a little more ill-fitting than other G3 clones. This may be because of them being poorly cut out in the construction process. Some pieces, as seen here on the right knee pocket, aren't cut out symmetrically and as a result are wonky. This is the first time I've seen something like this, even when compared to the previous third tier trousers I have reviewed from wish.com. Starting from the top, the Tom G3s feature a thick waistband with padding at the rear. The waistband has 6 belt loops. The 2 front have the expected carabiner loop at the bottom. All of the belt loops feature boy tacking to reinforce the bottom stitch. There are a lot of loose threads on these belt loops. The rear of the waistband has 2 cinch points that are secured by Velcro to adjust the size. In a well put together pair of G3 clones, resetting the elastic cinch should allow the waist to sit flat and uncinched. In the Tom G3s, the elastic cinch pulls the waist in and creases it even with the Velcro unfastened. The waist is closed by a large Velcro flap, as you would expect from a standard design G3 trouser. The zipper is YKK branded and very smooth. The stitching on the flap leaves a little to be desired. The hand warmer pockets are nothing to write home about. They are exactly where you would expect them and are easy to access even when seated. The inside edge stitching seems to have been poorly attempted on both pockets. They are stitched in slightly the wrong place, which pulls the pocket to a strange angle inside. It's more noticeable in the right hand pocket. The next pocket down are the upper thigh pockets. These are secured by 2 pieces of Velcro and are slightly bellowed. Inside are the knee pad height adjustment cords. These pockets also feature some less than impressive stitching. Next we have the cargo pockets located on the side of the leg. These pockets are secured by 2 Velcro strips and are double bellowed to allow expansion. Inside you would usually expect a 2-inch elastic strap to hold an AR magazine or a water bottle. This is a great feature that allows that item you're throwing into that cargo pocket to sit tight against your leg and not flop around loose in there, causing all kinds of havoc. Unfortunately, in a cost-saving measure, these G3 clones do not have this feature. This marks them down significantly in my books. Again, lots of loose threads and mediocre stitching. In one instance, on the left pocket, the rear side of the pocket is not actually stitched to the trouser. The fabric inside has been cut from the pattern very poorly as well. As expected with Crye clone trousers, there is an accessory pouch that cuts through into the cargo pocket. This allows for a multi-tool, flashlight or other random piece of kit to be securely carried and does not obstruct the use of the hand warmer pockets. Next we have the ankle pockets, which are just the same as the upper thigh pockets, but they live down here on the ankles. The back of the knee features a cinch point for adjusting the size. This is secured by Velcro. This same design is repeated at the ankles. Just below the waistband on the rear of the trouser is the first piece of stretch fabric. This 4-way stretch panel gives some ventilation and extra stretch to the trousers. You might notice on my particular pair, this stretch fabric has a piece of white backing fabric on the inside. Continuing down just below this are 2 zipper closed pockets. The seat of the trouser is reinforced with an extra layer of fabric, and the stretch diamond gusseted crotch has the same 4-way stretch fabric. In every other G3 clone I've seen, this has been a separate piece of fabric to that which can be found behind the knee pad pockets. In this pair, however, it punches through the polycotton barricade and connects to the knee panel on the left leg. The knee pad pockets are your standard affair and feature a flap to cover the space if used without a knee pad insert. It should be noted that unlike many of the clones, these do not come with the Airflex Combat knee pads. These are sold separately. These are the same size as all of the usual clones though, so all your favourite knee pad inserts might fit without a big issue. The knee pad pocket on the right leg though is slightly off spec and a little bit wonky. That is pretty much everything in terms of features. Let's take a look at the stitching. The stitching is of the quality you would expect from a junior seamster, someone who has been working on a machine for a few weeks and is just getting dialed in on putting a pattern together. Lots of loose threads, some overlooked missed stitches, wonky areas, and an overall poor attention to detail. In terms of usage, I haven't put these through any significant use. I've worn them as a daily wear trouser, but I don't expect I will be taking them out in the field in a rush. I do feel that despite having the stretch crotch, they more than likely will tear and split under serious use. Are they on par with the quality of other Crye clones? Absolutely not. They are super low tier. I've been trying to debate whether these are worse than the Emerson G2 clones I reviewed a while back. I think the fabric on those was of a much better quality despite the poor craftsmanship of those trousers. So these tactical toms sit proudly as the lowest ranked enhanced combat trousers on the pants party list. In terms of price, these are very inexpensive, paired with a UBACS shirt to boot, which would make them great value for money if the craftsmanship and the finish of the product was up to par with, say, the Viper G2s. Currently, I would say these are not worth even the low cost you are going to be paying for them. Before we get to the end of the video, we will also take a quick look at the UBACS shirt that comes with these trousers. I was going to do a full breakdown of it here, but the TLDR is, it's of the same quality of the trousers. It's like a UBACS shirt, but a bit shit. The sizing is definitely Asian sizing, and the small, which usually fits me very nicely, is quite tight. Pulling it off, I heard the fabric stretch and strain. The shirt is likely going to die a death if I run it out in the field. A quick note on sizing. While the UBACS is absolutely tiny, the trousers feel closer to a medium or a 32-inch waist than the small, which are usually around 28 to 30. A quick test with the tape measure puts them at 16-inch across, which makes for a 32-inch waist. This means if you're going to fit into the UBACS shirt, you are more than likely going to need a belt for these trousers. If you have any questions about the Tactical Tom G3s, drop them below and I'll do my best to answer them. Before I leave, again, I'd like to give a quick reminder about the Patreon that helps support this channel. If this review has been helpful to you, go and join the minimum tier and your name will join the growing list of supporters here and in every review video going forwards. Don't forget to subscribe, there are plenty of review videos in the works, both as part of this series and in the Airsoft Replica series. Thanks again, I'm Magaz, and remember kids, the air may be soft, but our balls are hard. Also click on this playlist right here to see the rest of the videos in the Pants Party series.